Hello movie lovers. It's great to see you here. Don't forget to subscribe to catch my daily movie recommendations. Let's dive into the world of cinema together. Number 10, Snowpiercer. Snowpiercer is a 2013 post-apocalyptic sci-fi film directed by Bong Joon-ho. In a future where a failed climate change experiment has killed all life, except for those aboard the Snowpiercer, a train that travels around the globe, a class system emerges. The wealthy live in luxury at the front of the train, while the poor are confined to the back. When a rebellion arises, a group of lower-class citizens led by Chris Evans as Curtis Everett decides to fight their way to the front of the train in order to seize control of the engine, and thus, the future of humanity. The film received critical acclaim for its unique premise, sharp social commentary, and impressive visuals. Number 9, The Hunger Games. The Hunger Games is a 2012 dystopian science fiction film based on the novel of the same name by Susan Collins. The story takes place in a post-apocalyptic world in which the nation of Panem is divided into 12 districts. Every year, one boy and one girl from each district are chosen to compete in a televised battle called The Hunger Games. The story follows Katniss Everdeen, a teenage girl from District 12, as she volunteers to take her younger sister's place in the Hunger Games. Along with her fellow tribute, Peeta Mellark, Katniss must fight to survive in the deadly arena while also becoming a symbol of hope and rebellion for the oppressed citizens of Panem. Number 8, Equilibrium. Equilibrium is a 2002 dystopian science fiction film set in a future society where emotions are suppressed through the use of a drug called Prosium. John Preston, an elite law enforcement officer tasked with destroying sex offenders who have stopped using the drug and are deemed a threat to society, begins to question the system and his role in it after he accidentally misses a dose of Prosium. As he begins to feel emotions for the first time in years, he joins forces with a group of rebels who seek to overthrow the oppressive regime. The film stars Christian Bale, Sean Bean, and Emily Watson. Number 7, District 9. District 9 is a 2009 science fiction film directed by Neil Blomkamp. The movie is set in an alternate reality where aliens have landed on Earth and been forced to live in a segregated community in Johannesburg, South Africa, called District 9. The story follows Wikus van die Merwe, a government agent tasked with evicting the aliens, who has an unexpected encounter that leads to him being exposed to their biotechnology. As he starts to experience changes, Wikus is hunted by the government and must ally with the aliens in order to survive. The movie received critical acclaim for its innovative storytelling, social commentary, and special effects, earning a nomination for Best Picture at the 82nd Academy Awards. Number 6, Children of Men. Number 6, Children of Men is a 2006 dystopian thriller film directed by Alfonso Cuarón and based on the 1992 novel of the same name by P.D. James. Set in the year 2027, the film depicts a world where 2 decades of global human infertility have led to a society on the brink of collapse. In the midst of this chaos, a former activist is tasked with protecting the only known pregnant woman on Earth and helping her escape to a group of scientists who may be able to use her pregnancy to find a cure for infertility. The film stars Clive Owen, Julianne Moore, and Michael Caine, and received critical acclaim for its cinematography, direction, and performances. It was nominated for 3 Academy Awards, including Best Adapted Screenplay. Number 5, V for Vendetta. V for Vendetta is a 2006 dystopian action thriller film directed by James McTighe and written by the Wachowskis. The movie is based on the 1988 DC Comics limited series of the same name by Alan Moore and David Lloyd. Set in an alternate future where a fascist regime has taken control of the United Kingdom, the story follows a masked vigilante known only as V as he seeks to overthrow the government and inspire the people to rise up against their oppressors. The film stars Hugo Weaving as V and Natalie Portman as Ave, a young woman caught up in his plans. The movie received critical acclaim for its themes of political revolution, freedom, and the power of individuality. It has since become a cult classic and is widely regarded as one of the best comic book adaptations ever made. Number 4, Mad Max Fury. Mad Max: Fury Road is a 2015 post-apocalyptic action film directed by George Miller. It is the fourth installment in the Mad Max film series, but it is not a sequel or a remake of any of the previous films. Set in a dystopian future where water and gasoline are scarce commodities, the film follows the story of Max Rokitansky, played by Tom Hardy, who is captured by a warlord named Immortan Joe, played by Hugh Keays-Byrne. Max is then forced to become a bloodbag for one of Immortan Joe's soldiers, but he eventually escapes and teams up with a woman named Furiosa, played by Charlize Theron, who is on a mission to help a group of women escape from Immortan Joe's control. The film received critical acclaim for its action sequences, visual effects, and performances, and it won 6 Academy Awards. Number 3. Blade Runner. Blade Runner is a 1982 neo-noir science fiction film directed by Ridley Scott and starring Harrison Ford, Rutger Hauer, and Sean Young. The movie is based on the 1968 novel Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? By Philip K. Dick. The story is set in a dystopian future Los Angeles, where genetically engineered replicants, which are virtually indistinguishable from adult humans, are used for dangerous and menial work in off-world colonies. When 4 replicants escape and come to Earth, retired police officer Rick Deckard is brought back to service to track them down and retire them. However, as Deckard begins to track down the replicants, he starts to question his own humanity and the morality of his mission. The movie was a commercial and critical failure upon its initial release, but has since become a cult classic and is widely regarded as one of the greatest science fiction films ever made. Number 2. A Clockwork Orange. A Clockwork Orange is a 1971 dystopian crime film directed by Stanley Kubrick, based on Anthony Burgess's 1962 novel of the same name. The film is set in a future society where youth violence is rampant, and follows a young delinquent named Alex, who undergoes an experimental procedure to cure him of his violent tendencies. The film explores themes of free will, morality, and the nature of violence, and is known for its distinctive visual style, as well as its use of classical music. Despite controversy and censorship, the film has become a cult classic and is widely regarded as one of Kubrick's most iconic works. Number 1. The Matrix. The Matrix is a 1999 science fiction action film that follows the story of Thomas Anderson, a computer programmer who discovers that the world he lives in is a simulated reality created by sentient machines to distract humanity from their enslavement. As he awakens to the true nature of his existence, Anderson becomes the chosen one known as Neo, destined to lead a rebellion against the machines and their oppressive regime. The film stars Keanu Reeves, Lawrence Fishburne, Carrie-Anne Moss, and Hugo Weaving, and received critical acclaim for its innovative visual effects and philosophical themes.